What's up, guys? Here to do some bass practice once again. Hope everyone's having a great night so far. Let's get to it. break. Coffee break, coffee break. It's a little bit of coffee break. Gotta break from the coffee, sipping on the coffee. Gotta give up everything. I don't know, I've been told that you will get it. Mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Oh, child, when you shake that thing, gonna make you burn, gonna make you sting. Hey, baby, when you walk that way, watch honey drip, I can't keep away. Lights that shine, burning red, dreams of you all through my head. Like I roll, can't stand still, got flaming hot, can't get my fill. What's that song called? All eyes on me, all eyes on me. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Are you feeling nervous? it's just begun. Don't overthink this, look in my eye. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows. We're going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows. So get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me, yeah. Get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me, yeah. Get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. I said now, get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Get your fucking hands up, get on out of your seats. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. We're feeling nervous, we're having fun. It's almost over, it's just begun. Don't overthink this, look in my eye. Don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending, honey, it already did. You're not gonna slow it, heaven knows you tried. Good now, now get inside. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending, honey, it already did. You're not gonna slow it, heaven knows you tried. Got it, good, now get inside. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows. I said, now get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. Yeah. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me, all eyes on me. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. You say the whole world's ending, honey, it already did. You're not gonna slow it, heaven knows you tried. Got it, good, now get inside. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows, everybody knows. We are going to go where everybody knows, everybody knows. We got a chatter. YYZ! What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean, Dr. Zero? What is YYZ? Unless you're saying wise. Are you saying IATA for Toronto International Airport? Oh, it's a Rush song. Oh, I wish I knew it. Hold on, let's pull it up. How's it go? It's a song by the band Rush. Oh, thank you. I was looking it up. It came up as a Toronto Pearson International Airport code, which I figured that was not what you were trying to say. I feel like I should know. The only song I know off the top of my head by Rush is Tom Sawyer, but I don't actually know how to play it on bass. I should learn that though. Let's look it up. YYZ Rush chords, lyrics. How's the song go? Alright, well, I'm not going to disparage Rush right now by trying to. Looks like a popular song. Geddy Lee is the man. Geddy Lee. Oh, this is all tabs. I need chords. It's a code for the airport. They named it after that because they live in Toronto. That's awesome. Good to know. Learning something every day. All right. If you come back tomorrow, I'll work on that song. So subscribe. We'll be doing this every day. Let me pull up that song though. Probably gonna get.
Here, I'll do headphones so I don't knock the, let's see if I even know this song off the top of my head. Pulling out the headphones for you, buddy. YYZ Rush. Neil Peart's like the best drummer. I was obsessed with Neil Peart as a kid. Once I saw him do his like full 360 drum solo, I was like, I want that. I want to do that. Amen. It's difficult. All right. Yeah, probably not gonna happen right now then. That's like play Tool. Rush YYZ. All right. Well, I'm pulling it up real quick just to give it a listen here. Just to hear it. Oh, this is the YYZ. I know the song. I don't know how to play it, but I know the song. Yeah, good luck doing that. Can't stop, yeah. Here, let's do a little bit more. Let's do the slap version. This is weird because I'm listening to Rush right now and playing Can't Stop. Let me turn off Rush. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. That Rush is dope. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea how to play it, but it's impressive. Geddy Lee again is the man. I'm Tom Sawyer, mama damn boy. This one's another Chili Peppers. They're actually Stevie Wonder, but Chili Peppers covered it. It is a Stevie Wonder song. The initial one of, Tommy the Cat. I love Primus. Again, can't really play their stuff. I'd have to learn that, but I love Tommy the Cat. Tommy the Cat was mine. Jerry was a race car driver. He drove so goddamn fast. Never did win no checkups ass, but he never did come in last. Jerry was a race car driver. He said LSAT number 1. Go! Yeah, it's initially a Stevie Wonder song. He goes, people, keep on running while the soldiers keep on warring, and the world keeps on turning, but the world spins alone. Yeah, it's a Stevie Wonder song, and Chili Peppers covered it. They're awesome. It's not as it's not as like, it doesn't have slap or anything like that in the Stevie Wonder version. But definitely recommend checking it out. He said, "Is it lock?" Says on each of my legs. Is it lock? Man, you're taking me back. I haven't listened to Sailing in the Seas of Cheese in a while. I love Primus. Yeah, let's do a little another old school. Guitar version. Crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living in strong world. I'm gonna butcher that. But that's a tough one. Ozzy's no joke. I love Ozzy. Let's do another Ozzy. Some people say my love cannot be true. Please believe me, my love, and I'll show you. I will give you those things you thought are real. The sun, the moon, the stars all bear my seal. Your love for me has just got to be real. Before you know the way I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel. Oh yeah! Follow me now and you will not regret living the life you learned before we met. Then I'll give you the love you got to feel. The sun, the moon, the stars all bear my seal. Yeah, Randy Rhoads is incredible. Did you ever hear the story about when Randy Rhoads auditioned for Ozzy? Ozzy had like the best guitarists of just that generation auditioning to be in his band. They're all bringing in Marshall stacks and everything, and Randy shows up with a little mini practice amp and just blows Ozzy away. And Ozzy was like, "I want that guy." Finish else tried sounding like Hendrix or Van Halen. Ozzy said he was wasted at the audition, and the next day he thought he was dreaming, and Sharon said, no, you hired a guitar player. That's awesome. I didn't know that detail. That's dope. Yeah, Randy Rhoads is a legend. Yeah, I grew up, I loved, I just was obsessed with Ozzy growing up. The second album I ever bought was Paranoid by Black Sabbath. And Blizzard of Oz was shortly after that. I listened to him so much. I love Diary of a Madman. I'm blanking on how it goes, but no more tears. Mama, I'm coming home. I used to love Zakk Wylde too. I was obsessed with Zakk Wylde. Jakey Lee has got there's a great live DVD album or live DVD performance of Ozzy, and he's got Jakey Lee there, and Jakey Lee is just like putting in work. He's doing things I didn't think possible as a kid. He was doing this like one, oh god, what was he doing? I'm trying to remember. He was doing tap harmonics. That's what it was. He was doing like that kind of stuff. Which as a kid, I thought that was just magic. I didn't know what he was doing. Everyone's trying to do the tappy stuff. No, Randy's on a whole another level. Like, don't get me wrong. Randy is on another level. But Zakk Wylde, I just, like, he was like one of my heroes as a kid. So for a couple reasons. My guitarist in my band, I was the bassist. The guitarist in my band knew Zakk Wylde and like played exactly like him. Even had the Zakk Wylde Les Paul, so it was just kind of like had that hype. So it was kind of like close to home. And then I just thought he was badass. You know, I mean, a lot of the guitarists of that era were kind of like, you know, the hair metal kind of stuff. But Zakk Wylde was always still just like, you know, even though he was hair metal, he didn't come off, you know, for lack of a better word, effeminate. Not that Randy Rhoads did, but you know, you look at some of the bands in that era. But you know, Zakk Wylde always had that kind of kick-ass attitude. Plus, I loved Black Label Society, Stillborn. It's not gonna come across that well. Without doing the pinch harmonics, it really doesn't work. The very first album I ever bought, well, I mean, honestly, the first album I ever got, you know, was actually like freaking Weird Al Yankovic, but that was when I was really young. But the first album I bought with my own money, which is a totally different thing when you go out and buy your own album, was, very first one was Rob Zombie, Past, Present, Future. So it had Dragula, even had some White Zombie stuff on there. It had the Brick House 2003, his cover of Brick House. I think at the same time I got, I think what turned me on to that was actually, I think it was like Matrix. It was like the Matrix soundtrack had Rob Zombie and had Marilyn Manson on it. And I was like, I need Rob Zombie. Had the new shit. This is the new shit. Stand up and pledge. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, Zakk Wylde is, in no way is he a one-trick pony, but yeah, he kind of went to the well with the pinch harmonics, you know. But, you know, it's like a lot of these guys, you can make a career out of this stuff. I was obsessed with as a kid was Jocko. I'm butchering that. Come on, come over as fast as you can. Weather report, exactly. I have to go get it. It's probably all out of whack. I haven't played it in a while, but I've done it to a few basses, but I used to pluck out the frets and make my own fretless basses in honor of Jocko. I know, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got thrown out of the bar by the bouncer and like hit his head on the concrete or something like that, which is just horrific. Sad end. Yeah, when I first started bass, the only reason I wanted to be the drummer, but I didn't have a drum set, and my dad had a fretless bass, so I showed up to band practice because I was the only one with the bass. So I showed up with a fretless bass, and so every song we'd play, I would just have to like slide into the note, just trying to find the note. But I remember our drummer's dad was a bassist, and he came and talked to me about Jocko because he told me that story about the bar fight, and I was like, okay, sir, sorry to hear that. Yeah, supposedly he was hammered, trying to start a fight with people, and then the bouncer threw him out, and I'm pretty sure he hit his head on the pavement or the concrete or something like that, the curb, and just died in the street. Well, I don't know that detail, but that's how he died. Yeah, it's tragic. Too many of these guys get lost to addiction and... Yeah, Jocko is definitely one of my biggest inspirations. Like that when drinking. The question is, how could he play like that while under the influence? Yeah, that's the crazy thing about a lot of these guys. Too often, the drugs get tied into the musicianship. So it's few and far between. Sadly, are the rock stars who abstain. Yeah, a lot of these guys just get wrecked by addiction, wrecked by their own demons. This is one of my favorite bassists of all time is James Jamerson. I think the only one I can really play is this one. story about James Jamerson. I think he was. I think it was "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye. He got called. So James Jamerson was the bassist for Motown. If you don't know, so that's James Jamerson was just the recording bassist for Motown Records. So Stevie Wonder albums, the Four Tops, the Supremes, just anything out of Motown, especially in the early days when they were in Detroit. Most of it is James Jamerson. But then there's other guys like Stevie Wonder, Signed, Sealed, Delivered. That's Bob Babbitt. I think that's how you say his name. So there were other bassists, but it was mostly James Jamerson. But he was just a monster. Just a monster. A lot of people consider him like the greatest bassist, and he's not as well known. But again, a guy who was kind of plagued by addiction. He was, I don't know if he did other drugs too, but he was hardcore alcoholic. And so there was one story about Marvin Gaye was in the studio recording "What's Going On." And if you listen to that, listen to "What's Going On." I'm pretty sure it's "What's Going On." I could be wrong on that, but it was a Marvin Gaye song. And it's just one of the most exquisite bass lines of all time. And Barry Gordy, the producer, called in James Jamerson to record, and he was just shit-faced drunk. Like, he couldn't even sit on the stool to record, and so he lays on the ground in the recording studio and records the entire, it's just like a one-take thing. He just, like, improvises it, and just laying on his back with his bass on his chest, and he just records it on the spot, and he couldn't even sit up to play it because he was that drunk. So, as sad as it is, a lot of the greatest music ever recorded was recorded while people were on another planet, so to speak. Here's one more. I know. See, that is the shame, but those addictions can be hard to quit, and it's those extreme personality types. A lot of times they go hard in the paint. It happens in all aspects of life. You got musicians like that. You even have athletes like that, where they're just like the most skilled athletes, and then in their personal life they're just I shouldn't say monsters, but just maniacs. Oh, did you? I love Black Dog. Yeah. Hey, mama. Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Oh, child, when you shake that thing, gonna make you burn, gonna make you sting. Yeah, I've never done any of the harder drugs, but you hear all the horror stories of all the best musicians being addicted to heroin and stuff like that. It's just, I think the best way to avoid the addiction is just don't do it. Don't start it. I remember one time, it was after I had my wisdom teeth pulled, they gave me Vicodin. And I remember going home after taking the Vicodin, and I was just high as a kite, man. That stuff takes you to another place. And I remember playing guitar, and the guitar was just like melting in my fingers. I was playing better than I've ever played. At least in my mind, that's how it was going. And I remember just like, oh my god, this is incredible. I'm gonna be the next Jimi Hendrix. Like I was having those delusional thoughts. And then I had this eureka moment where I remember thinking, wait a second, you're on drugs. You're not that good at guitar. You're on drugs right now. And then I threw the Vicodin out, and I just kind of like dealt with the pain in other ways. But I remember thinking, oh man, this Vicodin stuff is dangerous, and it made me realize like, yeah, a lot of these guys are all on these drugs, just getting lost on it. Like for instance, look up it's Carlos Santana. You've probably seen it. Carlos Santana, I think he's at Woodstock. Look up Carlos Santana, Soul Sacrifice. I think maybe that's the name of the song, or maybe that's just what it is. But I think he was on LSD or something, and he said, so he's just like going crazy on the guitar, and I think he said the guitar neck was like melting in his hand. It was like a snake, and he was trying to wrangle it in, but he was just blasted. Yeah, no, Vicodin is crazy. I mean, Vicodin, like I said, I've never done like actual, hardcore stuff, but yeah, Vicodin is no joke. Like I've had injuries where they've, like at the doctor office, they gave me Vicodin, and I took it. But after that, I would never, like, I just didn't want to have it around my house because I was worried I would just take it because, yeah, it's something else, man. I'm not trying to, like, hype it. I'm more warning on the dangers of it. Like, I'd only taken it a few times. It was, like, after my wisdom teeth, and then I had a knee injury. But each time I took it, it was like you're on cloud nine, dude. It is something else. Like I remember I went down to the library, and they told me that my local library you could check out 99 items, and I was like, what? And I was high as a kite on Vicodin, and all the librarians just thought I was like an excited, because I was like a kid. I was like 17, 18 or something. And the librarians just thought I was like excited about the library, but I checked out 77 items, all of which were CDs, and they gave me like paper bags, like grocery bags, and I just left with like bags of CDs, and I went home and I uploaded them all to my computer, and that was like where I really started my database of. Well, I had a CD collection already, but like I got a huge database of music from that one experience, so. I am thankful for that, but I remember I was just high as a kite. And I remember the librarians, they didn't know I was high. They didn't know I was on Vicodin, but they were just like, oh, this guy's crazy. But he enjoys the library, so we appreciate him. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely, I mean, it works. Like, you forget about the pain. Like, don't get me wrong, there's been times, like when I was first on the wisdom tooth and then knee injury, I took it, but, it zonks you out. Exactly. See, that's the thing. You want to. It's all about just knowing yourself. Like some people, they can do stuff and they can put it down. Like I have friends like that with certain things. They can just like do stuff like once in a while. Like I'm not like that. If I like something, I'm gonna go all in on it, and then I'm like, I wake up like 5 months later, like what the hell happened? So that's why, I just kind of try and like avoid a lot of stuff because I don't want to. I know how easy I'll get hooked. Like I've never been to I've only been to a casino one time. It was like a Thursday night at in Reno, and it was not a great experience. So that was the one time. But I have no interest in gambling because I know my personality, and I would probably very much enjoy it and then lose all my money, But yeah, I remember with the Vicodin, it was crazy because the doctors, they just prescribed me. It was like they prescribed me like 4 refills or something. And I remember it was like Walgreens, the local pharmacy, kept calling me up and being like, hey, we have your prescription, come pick it up. And I was like, I don't want it. That's Vicodin. I don't want it. Throw it away, please. They just kept calling me to pick up my prescriptions. And I was like, please don't tempt me. being fully honest here, I know a thing or two about addiction. I used to, I basically like I drank and smoked every day for about 10 to 15 years, something like that, a little over 10 years, I don't know, something like that. But literally, there wasn't a day that I was sober, let alone even like a moment. It was it was pretty bad, and thankfully I kind of push it away. And these days I find strength in like being around it because it's like I'm not tempted by it anymore. But that's why I can relate to these guys who it's a shame when I've no judgment on the people who have a hard time quitting. It's tough. I spent like 10 years trying to quit. I'll maybe get a couple days and then go back to it. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not like I don't really like talking about it too much because it's not like one of those things like I'm sober. I go to my it's like I get it. So hey, whatever you gotta do, but you gotta decide what's right for you. I have a lot of friends where they can handle moderation. I'm not like that, so I realize I have to be all in or all out with whatever I do. Everyone's different. The key is just knowing how do you roll. What's your methodology? What's your way of life? Good or bad. You gotta roll with it. Yeah. People make it their whole thing. Plus, I never want people to feel awkward around me. It's like I have a lot of friends where it's like, it became very isolating at first when I stopped drinking, at least. Was like, most people, they want to meet up and go to bars and stuff like that. And like, I love going to bars to this day, but I just don't drink. Like, if I go to a bar, I'll buy like a soda. I'll get like a Roy Rogers or some funny drink like that. Just tip the bartender so I don't feel bad hanging out there. I used to work at clubs though, so that was tough quitting because I was a performer at the club, and the bartenders would just bring me drinks. Like, they would bring me shots of tequila, and like if that's the cup, it would be like that full of tequila, just like really a cup full of tequila. And I just have to be like, damn it, man. Like, even if I would like not go ask for drinks, they would just bring me over drinks. Yeah, Shirley Temple's where it's at. Yeah, I love Roy Rogers, like my guilty pleasure. If I'm at a bar, I want a Roy Rogers. I don't think the addictions ever really go away. You just kind of like filter them out. You have to have outlets. Like, that's why I worked at gyms for years, and so many of the members, the trainers there, everyone there was all like former addicts. Because then they just go all in on working out and health, and they're just maniacs about it because it's a way to channel that energy. Roy Rogers is the exact same thing as a Shirley Temple, but with Coke instead of what's Shirley Temple? Sprite, 7-Up, something like that. Roy Rogers is that, but with Coke. So it's like a Coca-Cola, grenadine, maraschino cherry. Definitely recommend trying it if you haven't yet. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Hey, Zero, do you Dr. Zero Ultrazone? That's a great name, by the way. Do you play any instruments? Appreciate you hanging out, man. By the way, you know, always nice having some folks pop in here. You know, I kind of just go live. I do all sorts of lives. I kind of always mixing it up, but I try and use it to like I go on kicks where I don't really do it too much, but like lately I like putting like my daily like music practice and stuff. You teach guitar, baby? Oh, dope! That's awesome. Nice, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. I love Guitar Center. I that's like my another guilty pleasure, is just going to Guitar Center and looking at the instruments. I have my I mean, I'm sure you know if you work at Guitar Center, but Wayne's World, when he always sees that Strat and he's like, oh yes, she will be mine. She will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. I had that with a blue Strat at Guitar Center one time where I mean I ended up buying it, but it just for months, like over a year, I would go in. It would be on the front display, like right when you walk in. I would just go in and just admire it. It was just the most beautiful guitar I'd ever seen. And then one day I went in, and I thought they had sold it because it was gone. And I panicked. I was like, "What happened to your blue Strat?" And they're like, "Oh, we just moved it in the back." So they put it on the back wall. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of money, so I put it on layaway, or however that works. You know, pay a portion of it and pay the rest of it off later. But I was like, I need that. It's like it wasn't until I thought it was gone that I was like, I need that guitar. That was mine. I appreciate you. You rock, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's yeah, I love YouTube for that reason. You just get on here. Sometimes I'll be playing video games, but I notice I meet a lot of cool people whenever I do like music streams. Like I'll do like bass streams. For a while, I was doing like piano streams where I'd like do piano practice and stuff. But I like it because just knowing there's someone else out there watching me kind of forces me to I don't know, just kind of forces me to practice like I don't know. It's like a form of busking. It's like I want to busk, but this is this is easier. Yeah, I'll have to get some tips from you if you're a teacher. Let me know. I'm essentially self-taught on the bass. I took like one. It was like starting a band camp when I was like 12 years old or 11. I remember they taught us. You know, it was just like you doing that. I remember that guy. It was funny. The bass teacher. He was originally in a band with Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers, and I guess Chad Smith left his band to go play with the Chili Peppers, so play with Flea and stuff. And so the bass teacher there was like super bitter about it. He was like, I should have been like Flea. I should have been like blah blah. And I've grown up with a lot of musicians who are like that. They're all very bitter. Like I had a voice teacher who was like, he was a jazz singer, and he was just like, what's his name? Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé is stealing my job. Michael Bublé. I should be Michael Bublé. I should be getting those gigs. He's stealing the gigs. I'm just like, no, man. Michael Bublé is pretty badass. Oh yeah, how can you not? I'm on a kick. I want to learn some like good old '90s tunes. I want to learn some. I want to learn some Sublime. I want to learn some Green Day. I just want to learn covers, dude. I'm yeah. If you have any recommendations on I don't know anything. Yeah, it's such an open-ended thing. But so like if I'm trying to learn a cover, I pretty much, obviously you listen to the record. That's like number one. But a lot of times I'll just type in Google. I'll just go like the song name, chords, and lyrics, and then I just kind of keep it simple with that. I don't know if you know any good websites. Usually I just use like Ultimate Guitar. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've been doing piano in school. So I've been trying to like incorporate what I learned from piano and then apply it to the bass. Like this is a song I performed this year. Ah, I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. Something like that. We're Songster. I'll check that out. Slayer got after us, Mountain the King. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I love that song. I like just trying to play it on different parts of the guitar, like play it open. Ah, no, I'm screwed up. Ah, hold on. There it is. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, good old Bach there. How do you play? How's Old to Jerry going again? It's like
Freude schon Götter Funken für den schönen Fleischtum.
check out Soundscapes by Slayer. The riff is way faster, but oh, nice. I'll check that out. Let me pull that up on my phone. I have to be careful with playing anything that can be picked up on my microphone, because then I get copyright strike or copyrighted. All right, Silent Scream by Slayer. I love Slayer. What's Rain in Blood again? Rain in. Isn't the Slayer? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of Iron Maiden. But one of those bassists, it was either, I think it might be Iron Maiden actually, but maybe it's Slayer. But the bassist is like one of the first guys to do the 3-finger gallop. I know Les Claypool does that. I've been working on this thing where you like. Or I've been trying this one too. Longevity on that. Just doing the one finger. If I do two fingers, it doesn't quite sound as clean. Love Miserlou. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was Iron Maiden. When I was a kid, I used to collect like the Guitar World magazines. Just all those. I would just get Guitar World and Guitar Player. I think were the two magazines. So I'd get those every month. Or not every month, but I would pick them up when I could. And occasionally it'd be like, I remember that one where it was like 100 greatest bassists of all time. And they had Steve Harris there. And I remember there's like a photo of him. And but you could tell he was playing with three fingers. And, because as a kid, this was before YouTube and stuff. So you would just see like a photo or something like that and be like, oh, like, you'll appreciate this. As a kid, I didn't know. I saw. That's why I'm obsessed with playing like classical music on guitar, bass, too. But Crossroads with Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio or whatever. I saw that as a kid, and I thought Ralph Macchio was actually playing it. So when he does that whole classical thing where he plays the impossible note at the end, like, I thought he actually played that. So. Like I can't remember what he's doing, but he's doing some weird he's doing it's all like finger plucking, and I thought he was actually doing that, but it was all Steve Vai, it turns out. But I didn't know that till much later. So I remember I was obsessed with this is more like a Jeff Beck thing, but trying to play with your fingers and stuff. I was just like trying to wrap my head around it. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to play with a pick, but my hands sweat, so anytime I'm holding a pick, I drop it. So I would have to have like 20 picks ready to go. So I end up just using my finger, and I go like that. Or even just use my thumb. Or you do like the flamenco. I know, right? I know, I love it. I remember I was so obsessed. I wanted, it was just so, obviously it sounds otherworldly because it's impossible to play. But, again, as a kid, I saw that when I was, 10 years old or something, or I don't know how old I was. But I just watched that, and I just thought it was just, the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And then, later I read a interview with Steve Vai, and he was just like, I played both parts. Except for Ry Cooder, I think, played the slide guitar part. Ry Cooder's another badass. Doesn't get enough shine. I'd love to learn some, I love talking guitar. I appreciate you. This is fun. But, I would love to learn some actual Jeff Beck, but I used to just watch his live videos, and I would just try and steal little techniques, like how he plucks. He does the it's hard to see here. You can see it. And then he does a lot of that. He'll do just the two. He'll do like that. And then I love how he'll do that kind of thing. Steve Vai licks from the Improv Blues Jam. I'll have to check that out. The only Steve Vai album I used to my dad's a guitarist, so I grew up with you know, a lot of albums around the house. I was kind of immersed in a lot of it. So Jeff Beck was always around, but Frank Zappa. I used to listen to Frank Zappa as a kid when Steve Vai was his guitarist, and one of the songs I was obsessed with was Stevie's Spanking, where it's like, his name was Stevie Vai, he's a crazy guy. Last November, I recall he needed a spanking. But it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's talking about Stevie Vai getting spanked by like a prostitute or something like that. So imagine like an 8-year-old kid rocking out to that. Oh yeah. When they're going back and forth. Yeah. That's I love when they're duking it out there. Yeah, my favorite by far on that one was just his classical, whatever they called it, his classical jam where he beat him basically, whipping out the conservatory classical music. Where he's like do 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 do. It's just basically arpeggios, right? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to play it, but that's one of those things I would love to figure out how to play. Going back to Mizzou. Dick Dale. Dick Dale's another guy doesn't get I'm sure he gets some credit, but the granddaddy of Fender. I need to build up my stamina there. Yeah, I want to figure that out. I want to get better at arpeggios on the bass. I'm trying to learn. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any like do you have any like practice routines you do? Like I never learned proper scales or anything. Like I pretty much just like this is like my one scale warm up I'll do. I'll do major, and then I go minor, do harmonic minor, and then diminish, and then you're right into the next major. And then go right back in there. And then diminish again. And then right into the next major. I'm butchering it. You get the idea. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, Pulp Fiction. I mean, all those Quentin Tarantino movies have such great soundtracks. I love Pulp Fiction. I was thinking, can't remember when, but I know they played Let's Stay Together by Al Green. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. There's a great video of Al Green when he's writing those songs. I didn't realize he plays guitar too, so Al Green's playing guitar and singing it. And yeah, Al Green's a man. Every major, every minor, pentatonic scale, and every common key, which are 7 and used to do on a ton of exercises. Hell yeah! Every minor. Yeah, I need to improve my chops on guitar. Like the only formal training I've had is I did 6 months of drums as a kid. I did singing in college, and then I did piano in college. So Guitar and bass, I was self-taught, so everything was always pentatonic. The one thing my dad taught me the A minor pentatonic when I was 5 years old, and I just learned that in every possession. And then I just sadly never really learned much more than that. And then from there, I just kind of like applied whatever I was learning in music school. Like all the voice stuff would go like do, mi, sol, mi, do, re, fa, la, fa, re, mi, sol, ti, sol, mi, fa, la, do, la, fa, la, do, la, fa, sol, ti, re, ti, sol, la, do, mi, do, la, ti, re, fa, re, ti, do, mi, sol, mi, do. Yeah, these days I just try and keep it simple. Anytime I have like if I'm trying to cover a song, like if I'm playing bass, I'll just be like, if it's a major, just do a 1/5 power chord or whatever, or I'll do it like that. I want to learn that up and down the neck. I only really comfortable in that one position right now, which is pathetic. See, it goes out the window as soon as I try and move up the neck. Harmonic minor diminished in Byzantine. What's Byzantine? Never heard of Byzantine. That sounds badass. Constantine! Wasn't Emperor Constantine the Emperor of Byzantium? Byzantium! The Byzantine Empire. Memorizing them. There are 7 commonly used keys and 7 diatonic scales and 5 pentatonics. They have the same forms in every key. Okay, so when you say 7, do you mean like the 7 positions, like starting on the 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then moving that up and down the neck, and then doing that in every all 12 keys? Is that what you mean? Or I guess it's technically 11 keys, right? 12th is the repeat of the octave. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I apologize. I can't read your name, but hope you're having a good night. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. We're just talking music right now. Do you play music? Okay. Notes in the miserably are exact notes in Byzantine scale. Oh, Byzantine is Arabic. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm notorious for pretty much everything I do is either pentatonic or major, and I'm trying to incorporate more minor keys into it because it's somewhat limited, you know. We got another! Fresh blood! Fresh meat! Fresh meat! Yeah, it depends on what I'm streaming. Sometimes when you play guitar! Awesome! Now we're talking guitar right now. We're talking scales. I have a guitar right here, actually. I got a bunch of guitars. This is my Squire. You can't tell, but it's a Squire. I sanded off the Squire markings and wrote my own little thing. 10 points if you can tell what melody that is. And I'll give you a hint. We played it earlier. Do, 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 do. That's all you get. Do, 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 do. This is my my take to the beach guitar. The connector right there broke, so I just covered it in tape so it wouldn't fall apart. Oh my god, the Indonesian Squires are incredible, and I think they probably even like improved the other ones. This one's a Chinese Squire. I got one of my favorite guitars. This is where I realized Squires were so good, but I have a couple of Korean Squires. I got a Korean Squire bass, and I got a Korean Squire guitar Strat. Oh, you'll appreciate this. Hey, yeah, you know exactly. Ode to Joy. Here, let me grab it real quick. All right, grab me real quick. Alright, so this thing's probably out of tune. But look at it. Doesn't it look kind of funny? I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a different shaped body. It's the old Korean Squire Bullet. But oh hell yeah. Right on, Martin. Yeah, we're talking nerding out on guitars. What kind of guitars do you have? I'm limited on space here. Ugh. This thing's probably horribly out of tune right. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell though. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but this the Squire Bullet. It's from I think it's from the 80s or maybe early 90s. But it's got a slightly different body shape than normal Strats. So when I saw it, I was like, I must. Yeah, it's that older model. It's like it's not like a full 3/4 scale, but it's got a slightly, ever so slightly smaller scale neck. So everything's a little bit easier to play. I love this guitar. This thing was like $100 and it just plays like a dream. When I got it though, it was busted up. It like, you couldn't even play anything on the high E string, so it was just like dirt cheap. It's got like, again, you can't really tell in this lighting, but it's got all these like, they had all these like weird kind of repairs. I don't know if you can see it. It's got all these scuff marks, but yeah, I love this little thing. Yeah, I'm obsessed with Fender. Yeah, this one's a Japanese Fender. I love Fender Japan. My first Strat ever was a Japanese, is an 85 Fender Japan Stratocaster. And, oh no, this is why I love Squires. Like I used to be obsessed with, I used to think like, oh, like my first Fender I ever got was a Fender, American Fender Telecaster. The standard, I don't even know what they called it. Not the deluxe, the just basic one. It was in natural finish. I had a lot of instruments stolen from me, which was a shame. So I don't have that Telecaster anymore. But I remember, yeah, after my instruments got stolen, I decided to go for the. I was a Telecaster player like most of my life, And then after my instruments got stolen, my first purchase was a well, actually, the first one was actually a Kramer. It was like $100, $80 actually, $80 Kramer bass, which is, I gave it to a buddy, but it still plays like a dream. That was one of the instruments I pulled all the frets off of. But then I decided to mess around with Strats. This Strat is great because you can like wail on this. It's the only Strat I have where you can basically do this. But you can like wail on the whammy bar and it'll stay in tune. So I love it for that. Even though right now it's kind of out of tune, but. Well, right on there, Martin. Keep up the guitar. Don't quit. Good for you. Yeah. Second guitar ever was 85 Fender Strat. That's actually true. That exact. Nice. We had the same year. That's dope. Yeah. Yeah. I was so lucky to find it. I just got it at a used shop, and it wasn't like dirt cheap, but it was like for a Fender, pretty cheap, and especially for but yeah, I was like, I didn't realize the deal I'd got. It was a Fender 85 A series Stratocaster, or Japanese Strat, whatever you call it. Yeah, no, I love this. This is why I'm obsessed with Squiers now. Like I don't go into guitar shops. I mean I do. I love them. But I try and avoid them, especially the used shops, because it's easy to fall in love with an instrument. But I as you can see, I got like 3 within reach right now. I don't need any more. Yeah, how old were you when you started guitar, Dr. Zero? I love that name, Dr. Zero. It's funny, like, with the amount of years I've played, when I was younger, I used to try and add years and try and sound like I was better than I am. Now that I'm older, I subtract years because I'm embarrassed to say how long I've been playing, and I'm not better. It's like, you should, I'm like, oh, wow. Someone who's played like 2 years is probably way better than me. Really just depends on, you were 11? Nice. Yeah, that was when I started my first band. It was 11. I was 11. My buddies were all like 13 to 16. So I was the young one in the group. And I got out of that real quick. I didn't get out of it real quick. We played for a long time. I guess there were probably like 14, 15. I don't think there was. Well, one guy was 16. But yeah, they all started getting into like smoking and drinking and stuff, and I was just an 11-year-old. I was like, Mom, can you pick me up? I don't feel comfortable here anymore. So I left that band, and then my next band was in 8th grade. What's funny about that band was our bassist. I played guitar in that second band, and our bassist we created. It was MySpace at the time. We created a MySpace group for our band, and then the next day we go to school and everyone had seen the MySpace. So they're like, oh, you got a band, and they're all talking about it. And then our bassist was like a little salesman, so he talked to the school. He basically booked us like 4 gigs before we had ever had a band practice, or we had one band practice before we had learned any songs, anything. And then we were booked to play the school dance, this one girl's birthday party. We had like a couple other gigs, but it was like, then we were just like, oh shit, we gotta learn some songs. So then we had to just like, meet every weekend, practice for like 5 hours a day, on the weekends. And we ended up hating each other. It was so funny. Typical band behavior. By the end, we just hated each other. And I remember our last gig we played, we were all just like at each other's throats. It was funny. But yeah, I took a break from playing with bands after that. But I miss it. Yeah, it was it was all thanks to, like I mentioned earlier. We did the summer camp. Well, so like I said, my dad's a guitarist. Our drummer's dad was a bassist, and he was like a professional musician. So our drummer at his house, he had a music studio in their backyard because his dad was like a professional musician. And, you know, he was like I think he was a painter. You know, that's where he made his big bucks. But you know, he was a musician, so he had a recording studio, practice room, everything with you know drum set, everything. So we would meet there and practice. But it literally, you'll appreciate this, Dr. Zero. Hey, appreciate you, Martin. Appreciate you. Yeah, trying to build up their subscribers slowly but surely. Gonna get to 1,000 eventually. But we used to like you know play basketball every afternoon, and so we had just gotten home, got back to his house from playing basketball, and we listened to "Come On Feel the Noise" by Quiet Riot. So come on, feel the noise, girls, rock your boys, we're getting wild, 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 and red. Come on! But we listened to that. We listened to some Guns N' Roses. But I remember it was Quiet Riot's "Come On Feel the Noise," and then the drummer. Well, it was before we had like picked our instruments yet. He was initially supposed to be the bassist because his dad was the bassist, but he ended up becoming the drummer because he practiced and got better. But I remember he turned off the volume on the Quiet Riot and he goes, "Guys, we could do this," and we all, our eyes just lit up, and we were like, "Yes!" we were like, "Okay, everyone, go back to your house, get whatever instruments you have, and we'll meet back here tomorrow." And then we did just that. We all went home and we like got whatever instruments because all our parents had like instruments lying around, so it's like we pretty much had like 3 guitarists. I ended up playing bass because I was the only one, even though like I said, our drummer, his dad was a bassist, but my dad had a bass at home, so I became the bassist. I wanted to be the drummer, but I had to go order from Guitar Center. I go to Guitar Center, order a drum set. It was a crappy little Pacific kit. I still have it. It's like sitting outside. But I ended up ordering a drum kit, but it wouldn't show up for like some crazy thing like 3 months or something. So while I was waiting for my kit to show up. Maybe it felt like 3 months. Maybe it wasn't that long. But the guy who was supposed to be the bassist, ended up practicing and getting pretty good at drums. So everyone was like, "Oh, he should be the drummer." And then they're like, "All right, you're the bassist now." I was like, "Fuck, okay." Pardon my language. But whatever. But yeah, that's how I became the bassist. So that's why I always like what they say. They say bassists don't choose the bass picks you. Bass chooses you, and I believe that because I was chosen by the bass. I didn't want to play bass at first, but it picked me, and that's what we got. But I remember I wanted. Now I just play a bunch of different instruments poorly. Hey, appreciate you, Martin. Yeah, you know, that's what it's all about. If you want to play music, you gotta just don't stop. That's the key. Just keep on playing. And be okay with sucking. That's the key. You're not gonna be very good for a while, or maybe you are and you're just super talented. But I know for me, man, it was so hard for me to learn guitar. I remember for me to learn how to play the G chord. I can't even show it right now because I got the bass right in front of me. This G chord right here was like the hardest thing for me to play. My pinky would not cooperate, so I had to literally spend an entire night holding my pinky in place in order to learn the G chord, and then eventually got it. But you know. There's nothing quite like music. The great thing about music too is that it'll stay with you the rest of your life. Like it's even proven. Like that's why I love piano. You know, I've been working on studying piano, but it's like it's proven that people, it's like they can have like, you know, really, you know, hardcore dementia and stuff, like not remember their family's name or anything, but you put them on their instrument and all of a sudden they can play, and they're playing stuff that, you know, and it's just like music hits you deep in your nervous system and your soul. It stays with you the rest of your life. So, you know, if you can take up an instrument, play it. Doesn't matter what you play, but just play something. I know, that's what I love about bass. Yeah, everyone needs a bassist. Like I have that with now I'm holding a guitar. I don't want to put it down. But yeah, I have that at school where it's like I'll walk the halls with my bass and people are like, "Oh shit, oh you play bass?" Oh, you know, Like I would love to play some jazz bass, but I need to get better at sight reading because the jazz groups in my school are all just like hardcore sight readers, so I got to get better at that. But yeah, that's the nice thing about bass is you can just you can get a gig. All right, one second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the guitar away real quick. Search. I'll search it. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do that. It won't let me copy and paste that, unfortunately, Martin. So I'm not able to search that. Nor do I know how to type those characters onto my laptop. Hey, it was great meeting you, Dr. Zero. Like I said, I'll be doing this. Ideally, I'll be on every day, so I'm gonna try and do more of these practices because it just forces me to sit here and play. Whereas normally I'll kind of like, take little breaks more than I probably should. So hope to see you in here soon. If you didn't already, please subscribe. Hope to see you in again soon. I'll be doing these live streams where it's like it'll either say, if it says like bass practice or piano practice, I'll be doing music stuff, and then sometimes I play video games as well. So you'll know by the title. But regardless, great meeting you, great chatting with you. Hope to see you in here again. And yeah, bro, have a great night. And I'm jealous that you get to hang out at Guitar Center. I love Guitar Center. Yeah, sorry about that, Martin. Yeah, not able to, I'll try it again. Yeah, it doesn't let me, I'm in the chat. It doesn't let me copy and paste anything. It just has you like, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Appreciate you guys hanging out, though. Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Zero. Oh, shit, we got 62 views. Got a lot of people popping in today. See, this is why I like these music streams, because get a lot of people who kind of pop in. See that Bo Burnham one again. Yeah, when I click it, it doesn't let me, it doesn't give me the option to copy and paste. It just says, go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, add as moderator. Which I have no idea what moderators do. I'm still getting my head around this whole live streaming thing. But it's fun. Alright, let's go back to playing. bass strummy. Strum of the bass. Check something real quick. Oh, damn. If I go, does it leave you alone? No worries. If you gotta go, no worries, man. I'm just chilling. I might hop off and then log back on and maybe play some games for a bit because I want to kind of keep the streams you know, how long have I been doing? I've been doing this like 2 hours, so yeah, I'm probably gonna pop off, but yeah, I'll be back. Hope to see you in here soon. Regardless, have a great rest of your night, great day, whatever it may be. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Ooh, we got 3 viewers right now. Hello, people. Have a good night, Martin. Millions of people Got my friendly dandy bass. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that'll do it for me tonight. Ooh, we had 5 viewers. Just checking the analytics real quick. Yeah, alright. I think that's going to do it for me. I will be back tomorrow. Do some more of this bass playing. Might do a piano stream tomorrow as well. And I might be on a little later, play some games as well. So we'll see about that. So I might see you there. Otherwise, everyone have a great rest of your night. Appreciate you. And until next time, peace.